going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another MUT 19 video. The Blitz promo is officially out, and there was a Harvest Blitz bundle that came out at midnight that has caused the market to go crazy. If you guys were trying to get the Lawrence Taylor or Walter Payton sets done, or if you just wanted some of those 93 overall Harvest cards, now is the time to buy them, but it's making trading points super duper cheap. And I want to talk about a couple things, go over the market prices, and show you guys how to get the best value on training points right now. And also show you guys a tweet from Kralo that I don't think a lot of people caught on to. I overlooked it, but you, with this Blitz promo, are going to be able to power up some of these Blitz cards like Tyreek Hill, Deion Sanders, Zeke Elliott with training points. So this is very, very cool. It says, great question from Kralo. As all player items in Blitz with existing power-ups will have training options available on 11/30, which is a week from today. So you don't necessarily have to buy some of these cards. Now, you might do the sets for some of them, but I think Deion Sanders is the intriguing one. Is it going to be cheaper to buy and do this, or do the set? Or is it just going to be cheaper to power him up, or if you already have him at max level, which I do. So I have Tyreek Hill right now at a 91 overall. I have Deion at a 93. I'm not counting the boosts. But that means on 11/30, I can just strictly use training points to go ahead and power them up without actually buying the card. Now, again, I don't know if it'll be cheaper to buy it or not. Time will tell. But I'm going to give you guys the keys to start investing in training points if you want to. It's always good to have a nice bank of training points. You can see I'm super duper low right now. I need to buy some myself because I do want to start striding towards Sprinter Tier 3. I'm at 2 right now. I need to start putting some abilities on some other players. That Jordan Hicks just came out. And as an Eagles fan, I definitely need to power his card up. So we got our little handy dandy notepad list right here. And I'm going to go for the big dogs first. Because of the bundle that came out last night, 93 overall Harvest cards are extremely cheap. So you just want to go 92 to 93. I always go to Chemistry accidentally, then it takes forever to load up. Go to 92, 93, all the way down to Harvest, and you're just going to have to sort through it. Some of the 92s are priced just as much as the 93s. But if you look at a card like Alvin Kamara here, I'm going to pull out my phone. And this is the method that you always want to use for training points. You want to take the price of the card, and then you want to divide it by the number of training points that you would get from it. So in a 93, it's going to be 6,400 training points. So we're going to take his price. I'm just going to round up to 270,000 coins. We're going to divide that by 6,400 training points. And that is, my friends, 42.18 coins per training point. That is extremely cheap. Now, I know some of you are in the comment section probably don't have this amount of coins, and you're going to say in the comments, so your method is to buy cards. And yes, it is, man. You're not going to get free training points unless you play those solos that don't give you much on Sundays. I'm just giving you guys the values here to get the best value from training points. And at 42.18 coins per training point, that's about as low as we've seen it this year. Now again, this is for buying in bulk. This is if you're going after Deion Sanders. So on my list, I said if you can get these cards for like, I saw Kamara as I was prepping for this video for 265k. That's about 41.40 coins per training point. Even if you can get these Harvest cards at about 280k, that's 43.75 coins per training point. Let's sort by offense and then sort by defense and see if we find any cheapers. So 269, 279, anything under 280 is a buy right now. And also, mind you, I don't know what time I have uploaded this video, but I'm also recording this at like 6 in the morning. So this is when the auction house is not popping. It might be a little bit because of the Black Friday promo and people being off of work and school, and might even be just getting home from shopping all night. So the auction house may be a little more active at this time than it normally is. But at the same time, it's not as active as it's going to be, and you guys need to take advantage of this right away. So 93s are great for buying in bulk. 92s are really, really good too. I've noticed heavyweight cards are pretty cheap, and if you look at this card right here, 100, we'll take the 192k. We're going to divide it by 92s, give you 4,500 training points, 4,500, and we got ourselves 42.66. And again, I've been noticing this with heavyweights that they're really cheap. I like to go to 92, 93, then sort by offense And then defense, sometimes you'll find some cheaper when it gets all filtered out. I think for now, the 191 is about as cheap as it's going to get. The sheared card I've been noticing is hovering right around 200K. So for 92s, you want to buy anywhere between about 195K and 205K. 195K, you're going to get, you know, actually, I don't know why I said 195 was my floor there. 191, 190K is probably your floor, what's going to keep you like right around 42 coins per training point. So again, not as good value as it is with that 93 at 265K, but it's a little less coins that you have to spend. So if you don't want to buy this much or spend that much, you're not going to get as good value, but it's still going to be worth it. So let's go down now to 90 to 91s. These aren't great. So 90 overalls, you want to target about 100K. 100K is going to give you 45.45 coins per training point. Not as good as the 41s and 42s that I've just shown you. But again, if your budget isn't as high, that's just going to be the best value. For 91 overalls, you want to buy for about 145K. You can find these pretty cheap. You got 143 here, 139. So at 145K on 91 overalls, that's 45.31 training points. So again, not as good value, but it's less coins you have to spend. And if you're targeting a certain amount of training points, that might work better for you. 89s have really, really good value. They give you 1,600 training points. And if we scroll down here, we want to shoot for 70K and under. Let's see if we can find any right now in a live environment here. So here's an 89 at 74. There's one at 70K. So at 70K for an 89 overall, which again gives you 1,600 training points, that's about 43.75 coins per training point. Not bad at all. And then last 88s, we'll scroll back up. 88s aren't the greatest deal. You want to target those at about 50K. Right now this one's 55. Let's sort a little bit. 88s, you want to sort down a little bit better here because there's so many more of them on the auction house. But yeah, 88s, you want to shoot for about 50K. Neither of the cards that are cheapest right now in offense or defense are meeting that threshold. Also, and I'm not going to go over it, but you can use the same formula. Again, the cost of the card divided by the number of training points it's worth, and shoot for like low 40s. I'm finding now that a lot of 80 and 81 overall, which these have never been good for training points. I've told you guys never ever buy these for training points, but they are getting so cheap that it might be worth it at this point. I don't remember off the top of my head how many coins, or I'm sorry, how many training points you get from an 80 overall. But again, do that math there. These low elites are really, really cheap right now, and I think they're going to start staying that way. Yeah, so if you guys got any questions, leave it down below in the comment section. Feel free to hit me up on my Twitch as well. We should be live streaming some more Blitz stuff with Weekend League tonight. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.